So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Cornerstone Boxing Academy, of all people. Got him with me, I have to say it. Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin this weekend, April Fool's Day. But, we're going to have a look at who's going to be the fool with their prediction in a minute. But we're going to have the intro first. Have some of this. So, Anthony Joshua, 27 fights, 24 wins, 22 knockouts. Last fight, 20th of August last year. Usyk, obviously on a split decision. People were on the fence with that one as well. Jermaine Franklin, 22 fights, 21 wins, 14 knockouts. Last time out, 26th of November against Dillian White. And he lost on a majority decision. Actually did himself a lot of credit in that fight, I have to say. I thought a lot of people had counted him out. They thought, we've got another Lovejoy here. And he actually came out, and I thought he performed quite well, to be fair. Very big, robust guy. Clearly has an engine as well. So, good test. Joshua's coming off the back of two losses, and they're going to hurt. So he needs to get back into winning ways. Jermaine Franklin, a good way to come back in, a good opponent. Who wants to go first?
Anyone?
I don't mind.
Don't all jump.
I'll go first if you want.
Go on then, Luke.
Yeah, I think it's a decent fight. I think, Joshua's still no worse than the fourth best heavyweight on the planet, really. Like 2 losses on the bounce to Usyk is not really a big deal on the greater scheme of things. Usyk's unbelievable. He's a generational talent, and he's proven that time and time again. With Joshua, he seems to be a bit, unhappy with his training, the way it's gone the last few years, leaving Rob McCracken, going to Rob Garcia, and now moving again over to Texas. I think this is the right kind of training style for him. Come forward, destructive, kind of what he used to be doing, seek and destroy kind of style.
Yeah.
I think sitting back and boxing isn't playing to his strength, especially against the boxers. And Jermaine Franklin is certainly more of a boxer than he is anything else. He's got that very clever American style. He's comfortable on the inside. He can sit back. He likes to throw out that jab, bait someone in, and catch them on the counter. He did that to White quite nicely, caught him coming in a lot. White was coming in sloppy. I actually scored that fight a draw, the White fight with Franklin on the night. I thought it was a very close affair. I thought White was lucky to get the decision. With Joshua Usyk, no way should that have been a majority decision or split decision, whatever it was. Usyk won that clearly for me, 9-3. In my opinion, Joshua did all right, but nowhere near good enough. I think now this weekend, or next weekend, I should say, we're still in the weekend. Joshua is going to come out. He's going to be looking for a big statement. I think Franklin is going to be a bit lighter this time because he's had a full camp. He's going to be looking to move and keep Joshua moving and turning. But I think Joshua will be coming in with that seek and destroy attitude, and I think he will find Franklin. I don't think he'll be as quick as he'd hope. I think he'll probably be around 8 or 9. But he will get Franklin out of there, I think.
Cool. Well, follow that, Jordan Woods.
I agree with Luke. It is going to be.
Here we go.
It's going to be a tough test. It's going to be a tough test. So it is for Joshua, especially coming after the 2 defeats as well. And then also, Joshua's just unpredictable. You've seen him with Andy Ruiz struggling with a boxer as well. So it's when he comes up against someone who can actually box, he struggles. So it's a hard fight, and you just have to look at Franklin's record. So you do as well. So he had 21 wins before he fought White, and to get the majority decision, it's not like it was unanimous. So he obviously gave White trouble, so he did in the fight. So I can only see anything but a Joshua win, to be fair. Like, but I can see it going late as well. I was thinking 8th round as well. I was thinking around the 8th round stoppage. But then I wouldn't be too surprised if it went the distance as well. Because it's just, I think Joshua would be a bit cautious as well. Because he knows he's come up against a boxer as well. So I think he'd be a bit cautious and not go full flight in case he gets found out. So I'm a bit torn between going the distance and getting a unanimous decision or stoppage in the 8th round. So I'm a bit torn between both.
Cool.
It'll all rest on if Franklin can hurt him early. Unless Franklin can make him respect him, you know, I think Josh will just come through and walk through whatever he can to get that KO because he's going to be dying for that knockout, especially in the open arena.
Yeah, he needs it. He needs it. He needs a big statement.
For sure.
Yeah, before we go to Sam, we got Chris in the chat. He's just put Franklin looks skinnier than he did in the white fight, and AJ under more pressure as he's coming.
I'd say he'll come in. I reckon he'll come in 21 to 30 pounds lighter than he did for the white fight.
I think he needs to. I think he does need to.
Yeah, I think he'll be on the move.
And we got Chris saying, I think it's a dangerous fight for AJ. Don't like many people putting this fight. Saying it's going to be an easy AJ win. I expect AJ to win, but won't be easy unless we see old explosive AJ, like Luke was saying.
Yeah.
AJ needs a statement win. And I think he does. He does need that, but he just needs a win to get
it's heavyweight boxing, and like one punch can change everything. But like at the same time too, Joshua was never the best inside fighter. And Franklin's style, you know, he can wrestle on the inside, he can lean on you, make you tired, he can catch you with awkward shots on the inside. And if he frustrates Joshua for the first 4, 5, 6 rounds, we could see this going, you know, onto the cards, like Jordan said. And maybe, you know, if Joshua hasn't done enough, you know, it could be either a bad decision and he'll get a lot of flack, or, you know, Franklin might steal it, you know, and that's like the worst case scenario for him. He needs the knockout here, and there's a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah. Sam, last but not least.
No, so last but not least is you, because you're going last.
All right, go on.
So I'll start now.
Sorry, Sam, you're getting a bit big for your boots, lad. Go on.
No, I'm not. AJ, yeah, as they were saying, that AJ is coming off 2 defeats in a row, and he keeps changing trainer. I don't think that will help. That doesn't, because if you keep changing trainer, that's not really good. But because AJ via Usyk, that second fight, there was nowhere. I think it was split decision. I don't know how.
Do you think he was better in the second fight though, Sam, than he was in the first one?
Oh yeah, I think he was. But again, when he had Usyk on the ropes, he should have jumped on him and used his power and roughed He should have roughed Usyk up and should have tried to put it on him a bit more, but he didn't. And
I think going with Robert Garcia, I think he was looking to fight a bit like Maidana did against Mayweather. But unlike Maidana, Joshua was afraid of getting hit back because Usyk could hurt him. Do you know, that was the difference.
AJ was with Angel Fernandez, wasn't he?
He was always a co-trainer, but now he's got rid of him all together.
There was a few at one point, wasn't there? There was a few going on, and I think that's probably where it got a bit.
Who's his trainer at the minute?
It's Charlo and Spencer's trainer. What's his name? His name's gone off my top of my head. But he, oh my God, can't think of his name. But he trains Errol Spence and the Charlos.
Oh, well that's good because they're good fighters, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They have that aggressive come forward style, so it should suit AJ.
So
I
Sam,
think the first round's going to tell us a lot in this fight. Like how the
here you
first
go.
round goes.
Chris has come in and said Derek Jones.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
That's what we were waiting for. Someone in the comments.
Jermaine Franklin, you can see that he can box in against Dillian White. When he could get in a dogfight as well, because that was a bit of a scrap, really, wasn't it? And,
so what's your prediction, Sam? What's your prediction?
I had White winning that one by 1 round, but it could have gone either way. But if I have to make a prediction, I'd say AJ KO round 7. I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone's
7 or
sitting
8.
around that. Everyone's sitting around that 7, 8, 9
Mm.
area of the fight. To be fair, I think he did show his resilience. To be fair to Franklin, I think he showed he's got the balls to stand there and have a dust up with someone, as well as
He can take a good
box
shot
as
that
well.
one.
So, as you say, those first couple of rounds, you're going to see how AJ's going to approach it. Those first 3 rounds will then tell you where he's going to head. Because that usually that third round he steps into gear if he's going to go up to the next, level to be aggressive. Where Usyk he tend to still stand back and have that approach. So I think he does win, but I think I think it is in between those rounds. To be fair, I think it's very hard to see it go in the distance.
Yeah.
But it's not to say it won't. But I think there will be a stoppage. I think AJ gets a stoppage. I think he has to really. Dillian has really tailed off, in my opinion, and I think that showed
He's
in the
never
last
been the
fight.
same since that Povetkin defeat.
No, he hasn't, to be fair. But I think AJ really needs to come in and say, look, actually, I am better than Dillian, because a lot of people have started to question the power side of things between the two of them. Because Dillian does hold power. He's just very slow and sluggish, and the footwork isn't great either. Would I like to see AJ White again? Yeah, I probably would. I think it'd be a totally different fight now, but I think it'd still be one of those grudge matches where someone gets knocked out, because they're going to stand toe to toe with each other. So, yeah, I'm going to go for AJ, and I'm not going to upset anyone in particular. I'll go round 6 just to be different to the rest of you. But I think it is going to be that 6 to 9. I think
Yeah.
it won't be in. I'd be very shocked if it's in the first, couple of rounds. I will be shocked. It could happen, but I just don't think it will. Like Chris has written, I hope we do see the old explosive AJ, and I really hope we do, because that's the guy that we all loved at the start, that went out and got the job done.
The problem with that AJ was he hadn't been hit yet.
Yeah, and now the chin's been tested.
That's it. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, having fought the lad I fought there was fucking big heavyweight, 19.5 stone. It's not nice getting hit off that kind of size of a lad, especially at the world level that AJ is at, when these lads would fucking kill you, like with a right hand or a left hook.
Yeah.
Couldn't imagine getting hit off a Klitschko or an Andy Ruiz or even a Usyk.
Let's be honest. Does AJ really? I asked Jordan, because he's gone quiet and he thinks he's going to fade away into the background. Do you think AJ gets the credit that he should get?
He should get the credit.
Yeah. Do you think he gets the credit he should get?
No, like anyone, you're always going to have doubters, people that talk down your achievements. But he was from a young age, he was set up to be to achieve big things, and he did. He did that there for the people as well. You know what I mean? And he showed
his
people
resume is great, isn't it?
and he showed people that can be done, because he didn't start off too well, getting involved in crime and stuff. And then he showed people that you don't need to go down that route, even if your life starts that way. It doesn't always have to be that way. So he's a good example to people that maybe have made a few mistakes, that it can still be achieved. But going back to the fight, I just think, but the reason I can see it maybe going the distance is he just gets frustrated if it doesn't work out, and if he's not catching him, he's not landing, and they get frustrated, and then the rounds will just eat away. I felt like that was happening. I could watch it whenever I was watching the Usyk fight. I was just shooting at the TV to tell him, you want them just to do more. I know he done better in the second fight, but you just know, if he can land clean, you know what I mean? So if he misses and starts missing shots and not landing and doesn't have the power in the fight, it could end up going the distance. Like,
Yeah.
I just have that there's a possibility of a going distance, and it'll be down to frustration that he's not landing the big shot.
Well, see, Sam, there is a way. Even though you're a Man United fan, there's still time to turn around your life.
I'm with you, Sam, don't worry.
No joking. But no, it is true. You know, he didn't have the best start. You look at a lot of the lads that were drifting and struggling along, and AJ has proved that. Look at, you know, and it's not just down to the amount of money. It's down to the discipline, the hard work, and having the right people around you. And I think that's you know, me and Jordan can speak about that, and that's where he's at. And hats off to him. I don't think he does get the credit. When you look at the resume, I think he's got a great resume. When you
Like,
look at
he fights,
he's got on there.
like he would fight anyone. Fair play to him.
Yeah,
Like,
I think he will fight
who
anyone.
else
I
signs
think
up
a
to
lot
fight
of
you
it
six
is.
fights?
Yeah,
Who
I think
signs
a
up to
lot
fight
of
you
it's
six
talk. A lot of
Like,
it's just.
Yeah.
Like,
Look
you
at-
look
Yeah,
at what's been, you know, AJ's made a complete show of the likes of Fury because he fought Usyk twice, no problem.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Like,
And
You never
like,
know with Fury though.
Put such bottle getting up from that right hand. If he would have taken down after Klitschko dropped him, no one would have questioned it.
Yeah. Well, this is funny. Just quickly before we end it, your Belfast grind man has jumped in and he's put, "What's your thoughts on Tyson Fury not fighting Usyk?" Now, who's dropped out of this one? Because I've heard different stuff that Usyk wants more money. I don't buy that. In my opinion, I think Usyk would fight him regardless. Yeah. That's my opinion. Usyk wants the fights because he wants to be unified. He wants to be the undisputed. Yeah. That's what he wants. Fury got caught out because he said, "Look, it's a 70-30 split. Take it or leave it." Usyk came straight back to him, which I thought was brilliant, and called him out basically. And yeah, here we go. The Gypsy Duck.
The Gypsy Queen. There. The Gypsy Queen.
It is, isn't it? Luke?
It's a shambles. Shambles.
With Usyk, we both know, like, Fury changes his mind like the weather, like. And Usyk, if the fight was for free, if the fight was for nothing tomorrow, Usyk could be there. Fury wouldn't.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
This is the guy that also says he doesn't do it for the money. He doesn't care. He doesn't know what he's talking about half the time.
Usyk said, like, I think it was Usyk. He said,
give it to Ukraine
to the winner.
Yeah.
Give it to Ukraine. He said it's not even for him.
Yeah, he
would win those belts for his country, not for himself. That's where that guy's at. So
level. But this is what you get when you've had over 400 amateur fights, have gone all over the world as a pro, become undisputed in one weight division, and then gone up to conquer the other. He doesn't care. He doesn't fear anyone.
Yeah.
And he goes to people's backyards and do it as well.
Exactly.
Well,
I still like Fury. Like, Fury's like favorite to win that fight. That's what everyone's been saying. Like, it just baffles me that he doesn't take it.
The same size as AJ, Usyk would knock Fury out.
Yeah, like, people go on about Fury. Like, if Fury was 6'2" and a cruiserweight, he wouldn't be a champion. It's because of his size that makes him so effective. Yeah. But then Usyk has everything that takes that away with the fast feet, good lateral movement, fast hands, and good combination punching. Like,
Fury, you say Usyk's similar to, like, Canelo, kind of?
Keep Cunningham, because he struggled with the size of Cunningham.
I think Usyk's, and this is no disrespect to him at all, but Usyk's kind of proved me wrong. Because when he came up to heavyweight, even me and Luke were chatting about this. Even when he came up to heavyweight, we turned around and went, "This is a big ask. This is a big ask," because he is not a heavyweight. He isn't one. But he's come in. He went against Chisora, right? For fair dues to him. Chisora can rough you up if you really, and he's got power. He's he'll grind it out. And do you know what? Usyk went in there. Yeah, he's a hard bastard, isn't he? But Usyk, he rode out those hard moments and he got what he needed out of it. and that was to get the experience of fighting the bigger man.
Yeah.
And then each time he stepped up a level each time, and now.
But
full
see
credit to
from
him.
that fight, like I thought the heavyweight division wasn't going to work for him. Like I was like,
Yeah.
these guys are too big for him. It's not going to work. And then
Yeah.
he proved us wrong and beat Joshua twice.
And do you know what? Hats off to him. Hats off to him. I've full respect for the guy. I know, Luke's a big fan of Lomachenko and guys along that level. But when you look at what Usyk's doing, it's just frightening. And I hope that we do see this fight down the line at some point, or we just get to see Usyk go for all of them because he deserves it. He does deserve it.
Do you think the fight's going to happen this year?
It has to, or else it won't happen.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Boxing is that's just terrible. Boxing, like with matching the big fights. Like you have the UFC, they have like 5 great big fights on every fight night and all, and then you have us struggling to even get one.
The best fight the best in the UFC, Jordan, don't they? The best fight the best.
And that's what they want. That's
boxing,
what the fans want. But then it's all about politics and money and this,
it's
that,
what
the
they
other.
want. It's what the fighters want as well, because the fighters go in, they want that name on the resume.
But
they want that name.
Spence and Crawford are looking likely to fight, I saw.
Yeah, they're rumored to be the 17th of June.
Yeah.
We will leave that for another time, though, lads, because we could talk about this all night. But what we'll say is we've gone for AJ pretty much winning between 6 and 9 between all four of us. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I hope both guys
It'd be good to see
go
him back.
in and they give everything. But at the same time, I hope both guys come out of it and they're both safe. That's all we ask at the end of the day. And
all right, Tony Bellew.
What's that?
I said, calm down, Tony Bellew.
Shut up. And yeah, so honestly, Sam, don't laugh. Sam, Jordan, Luke, it's a pleasure having you all on, lads. And as we say, Joshua versus Franklin, April Fool's Day on DAZN. I think it's the channel then, isn't it, as well? It's all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Lads, thank you very much.
Thank you.
No bother.
Yeah, make sure you hit the subscribe button, people, and share this amongst everyone. And I'll see you all soon, lads. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Catch you later.
God bless you.
Have some of this.